Stranger Things 4 has been quite a wild trip. Vecna is by far the most intimidating villain in my opinion, and his terror of the people of Hawkins who are suffering from inner demons and abuse is absolutely horrifying. They raised the bar, and so far I'm loving every bit of it. However, in Chapter 7, when Steve, Nancy, Robin, and Eddie enter the Upside Down, they eventually find out that the Upside Down is stuck in time on the day Will Byers went missing back in the first season. It makes somewhat sense that this was the case and it didn't get stuck when Vecna entered the Upside Down back in 1979. I think when Will was sent there and being a foreign creature to the inhabitants of the Upside Down, it caused the entire place to be frozen in time. This, however, opens up a huge plot hole with how the Upside Down works. In Season 1, a few days after Will went missing, Joyce used lights and painted the wall with letters so Will could spell out where he was and communicate with his mother. If the walls have no letters because they don't exist yet, then how was Will able to interact with them? You can interact with lights regardless of what year it is in the real world, but interacting with something painted on the wall when it doesn't exist yet just doesn't make any sense. I do, however, pose two theories that could potentially make this whole situation work, and even if it doesn't lessen my enjoyment for the show or this season. The first theory I have is that each portal that opens up restarts the clock back to when Will was captured. This would mean that when Barb and Nancy were transported to the Upside Down, they were transported to the Upside Down on November 6th, 1983, while Will continued through the Upside Down in the regular timeline. That theory I find to be a time paradox and a half, but it could be an easy explanation for what happened. However, the other theory is what I'm leaning more towards. I think that the timeline was stuck on November 6th during the entire time Will was in the Upside Down, and that maybe Will must have written on the wall or mentally drew where each letter was according to the lights. This one also sounds pretty far-fetched, especially with how you interact with the lights in the Upside Down and how hard that would be, but it's the one that I think fits the best and doesn't make your mind explode in half with all these time paradoxes. Now, this plot hole is something that I could be wrong about, and there's probably some easy explanation that I don't fully understand, or maybe this is just a plot hole that the show will just have to live with. The creators already admitted that they made a huge mistake by not mentioning that during the events of Season 4, it was Will's birthday, so it wouldn't surprise me if they overlooked this detail. If you have a theory that might explain this plot hole, I would love to hear it in the comments section below. And again, the show and this season were brilliantly done, and if this is an unsolved plot hole, it won't ruin the show for me, and it shouldn't ruin the show for you.